I'd like to tell you a story that I think will help you along your path.
Continue.
Early in my life, before I was a Valkyrie, I was a healer in a small village. My father trained me in the use of herbs and natural remedies. To him, coming from a long line of herbal healers, that was the only true medicine. But visiting the city, I saw healers who used magic. Only magic, to treat their patients. I'd seen it work. And work wonders. I tried to tell my father, but he said mage healing was against his philosophy. A dangerous shortcut that violated tradition. Being a good daughter, I respected his convictions. But that all changed when he took ill. That's a good place to stop for now. When you're further along on your journey, I'll share the next part of my story.
Ready for more story?
You may speak.
So, the bully with a grudge. He comes to the inn in the dead of night, chucks a bottle of fire through the window, sets the whole place ablaze. The coward thought I was inside in bed, but luckily I was just getting home. I saw the flames shoot up and surround where my father was sleeping. Well, this wasn't gonna be the day I started hesitating. I charged into the fire and dragged him out. Not unscathed exactly, either of us, but alive. And if I was too angry and fearless for my own good before, now, well, I charged right into that bastard's lair, me against his whole gang. Honestly, I had no business coming out of that alive. As it turned out, I came out of there with a job. But we'll get to that next time. Each attempt makes you stronger, even if only in knowing what to prepare for.
Right side, brother!
Brother, that throne we saw, did you recognize it? Was it familiar?
It was mine. The throne I took from Ares. It is a throne of monsters.
Ah, the anxiety of power made manifest. A symbol you're no doubt meant to consider.
It is a symbol I reject.
That might not quite close the book on matters. A symbol can't be slain, destroyed, or ignored. The best measure is often to reclaim it, redefine it. Remind us it's not the throne, but the god who sits in it. A little edge for this attempt, perhaps. I smell burning! Oh, it's us! Watch your right!
On your right! Behind you! Well, that's bloody inconvenient. If Valhalla thinks that'll keep you down, think again, eh?
In the face of change, those who adapt triumph, while the rigid falter.
I'm honored to bear witness to your journey here, Kratos.
These could really help you in there.
Your persistence is inspiring, Chuck. I know you won't stop.
Why don't we talk about that image of you in the shrine we keep seeing? If Valhalla keeps pulling it out of your head, it must have some significance to you. Could it be that the idea of being loved and respected is a fair mite better than the alternative? Now hear me out, and it's not as though I'm the smartest man alive or anything, but don't you think joining Freya's council could put you in a position to walk that path? To earn that path?
That would be a poor reason to accept. Ambition is poison.
We could use some limited time assistance, couldn't we?
Watch out! Well, so much for that.
I know that felt like a step back, but I do believe you learned from it. Don't stop now.
Battle is unpredictable, as is life.
Valhalla is a crucible. What will you become? We all know what you're capable of. Glad to see you're not quitting.
Go!
Getting back to that image of you on the shrine. I'll grant you ambition can be a poisonous motive, but your ambitions are only to help people, not for your own glory, right? Make the world a better, safer place. I think maybe that image of you is symbolic of your desire to walk a righteous path. Valhalla's little signpost.
You are sure accepting Freya's offer is the right thing for me? Or for the realms?
I think we're here to make sure about that, one way or the other.
Behind you! Incoming! Behind Behind you! Watch out! Oh, that's my first one! A noble attempt, brother. Back to it.
This would be a good opportunity to bargain our way to some personal enhancements.
Learning is a lifelong journey, no mere destination. Take that to heart.
And that benefit's good to last.
We all know what you're capable of. Glad to see you're not quitting.
On your right! Behind you! Look out! Left side, incoming fire!
Do you yet wish to speak about Sigrun? She was eager to receive you mere days ago. What has changed?
Oh, don't pretend to be interested. In my romantic life, brother.
I am interested, and you are evading the question. What happened?
Well, after you dropped me off at a longhouse the other night, Sigrun made a cloudberry and hazelnut pudding. Of course, I don't eat anymore, so slightly awkward, but a lovely thought. Pretty much it, really.
There is more to this.
Behind you, watch out! A noble attempt, brother. Back. No shame in what just happened. It's all part of the process. Let's go again.
The pursuit of mastery demands the willingness to embrace failure, often, and without judgment.
Your persistence is inspiring, Jim. I know you won't stop.
Behind you, watch out! Behind you, incoming!
What else happened that night between you and Sigrun?
Well, we stayed up much too late. I told her stories, she told me secrets. She put spirits to my lips, even though I can't get drunk. Then she invited me to watch her fall asleep.
And the next morning?
The next morning, we took a boat along the Lake of Nine. It was divine, brother. The lake was sun-dappled, and the air was crisp and perfect. You could smell the thaw.
When did you misspeak?
You know me too well, brother. We were on the lake when I put my metaphorical foot in it. Sorry, brother, but maybe we reserve our talks for safe spaces.
Behind you, incoming! Behind you, brother! Watch your left!
Leah, tell me, what happened between you and Sigrun on the lake?
Well, she was rowing past where you found her family treasury.
Where we learned she cursed her brother over forbidden love.
That's right. And as we rowed by, I remember feeling grateful that the place was now deep underwater where she couldn't see it. And at that moment, she turned to me, and she said, I think, Mimir, I might be smitten with you. I think maybe I want to kiss you. Indeed, brother. I mean, there's always been more to us than there's been the opportunity to explore. So much unspoken, beneath the surface. For her to name it so boldly, it took me a bit off guard.
On your right! Fire! Right flank!
I'm still waiting for the part where you spoke.
In my defense, I only told her the truth as it struck me in the moment. I told her my feelings for her were deep as Rand's Hall and had been for as long as I've known her. But just then a kind of revelation came over me. A sudden cold clarity that it was vanity to imagine that I, as I am, could be enough for her as she is. So I heard myself tell her that I didn't think I could give her what she needed.
Now, I am mad at you.
Pile on, brother. I deserve it. Even a short-term advantage could pay off.
Behind you! incoming! Behind you! Incoming! Watch out! Oh dear, are we dead? We're dead. You got much further along that time. I'm very impressed, but not surprised.
Challenges within challenges. Tests within tests.
Kratos versus Valhalla. One for the ages. You're coming along quite nicely, General. It's a pleasure to see your progress.
I must admit, Sigrun, Valhalla isn't exactly what I imagined.
You're experiencing only a very small part of it. One that's independent and unconnected from the rest of Valhalla. Elsewhere, there are larger neighborhoods where the dead reside. Socializing, playing games, drinking, fighting. But one must earn the right to join their fallen comrades. New arrivals run a gauntlet. A personalized, self-contained version of what you're doing. It's meant to help the dead process the lives they lived. Those who are worthy, who have found some measure of closure, are allowed to move forward. Those who are unable to resolve their lives are forever trapped in their personal Valhalla. Some just prefer to keep fighting here.
Oh, that's a rough one.
cowardice.
Obviously. But as prospects for terror go, can you imagine knowing all along you're not enough for someone? And then living out their slow realization of that truth? I admit it chilled me to the bone.
You presume to know how she will feel in the future. Why discredit her wishes and yours in the present?
I just can't pretend not to know
Advice
better.
later.
Right side, brother! Well, that's bloody inconvenient.